Yo, what's going on, Arkansas Razorback fans? Welcome on this semi-late Thursday evening, December 12th, 2024. You got to feel pretty good. If you're a Razorback fan, you got to like what you some of the good news that we got tonight. We're going to go over all of that and then some. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the show. Do that. Do it. Like, share, subscribe. Come be a part of what we do over in Discord. I don't know how many times I got to tell you guys, man. We've been all over this. Patreon chat has been all over this. We've the targets. Well, we were able to take one off the list tonight. That's what's up, sir. Thank you. The gold chain approves. The gold chain approves, baby. All right, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Check out all the links provided for you down below in the description box. Yeah? All right. Great. We are going to talk more names too, by the way. We're going to bring up more some names to keep an eye on. We're going to talk a little bit about Arkansas UCA and all that stuff. And yeah, shout out to Direct Service Overhead, the garage door company. Same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, better than best results, free estimates, hundreds of 5-star reviews. It's that time of year. You want to park your car in the garage, but you can't because your damn garage door doesn't shut properly. And them neighbors messing with your garage door. True story. I had someone tell me that once. Neighbor kids were messing with their garage door. It's late, y'all. I feel like I've been working like all day trying to keep up with all this stuff on top of just the fatherly duties and whatnot. And it's just been a busy day. So I think we all just kind of want to unwind. I would like to light up a cigar. I don't even know where it is. Oh, there he is. There he is. So, yeah, Direct Service Overhead, the garage door company. Give them a call, 501-244-3667. Again, that's 501-244-3667. Yeah. There was a guy that lived 2 doors down. 2 doors down. I don't want to say his name. I'll say it. His name was Junior. Really good dude. I like the guy. He vanished. We don't know what happened to him. If my neighbor Alex is watching this, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. But, yeah, he used to tell us about how these neighbor kids would mess with his door and break it all the time. Crazy, man. What people do. What people do. I hope you guys are having a really good week so far. The Patreon, the portal talk. It's been fascinating as these names continue to line up, and I don't have them all. I've already been DM'd about 5 other people that I need to add to the list. Guys, I'm doing the best I can. We've got a bunch of names that still need to be added to the list, but we've got a bunch. Right now, what are we sitting at? We are, oh my gosh, I'm still going up here. Whew. We could take Jac'Qawn McRoy off that list, but Amari Kelly. Now, some of these I don't have updates on. I know Jaheim Otis was rumored. I don't know if he's committed yet or not. Jaheim Otis, you remember the cousin of a current Razorback signee now, a defensive lineman, part of the 2025 class. This is an older cousin. 6'5", 325 out of Alabama. He entered the portal a little while back. He was, last I heard, favored to Ole Miss. So we'll have more than likely, if he hasn't committed there, I don't know. Keep in mind, if you are a Patreon supporter and you're in that Discord and you're looking at these ratings as you're going down the portal target list, pay attention to those little fire flames. 75 PFF grades of 75 or higher, they get a flame for each of those grades. Like, keep in mind, you don't get the whole kit and caboodle, right? Like, we're not taking everything. We're just kind of putting together these names. We're adding a little bit of information that we have on each of them. What year they came out of high school, where they committed out of high school, all of it. What position they play, their current size, their stats, their snap count at what position. This stuff when you really, because I get asked, not a lot, but when I first started doing this, however many, 2-3 years ago when I first started doing this, it felt to me like you guys wanted more of the analytical stuff, and I'm with you because I love the analytics. I love looking at the deeper, where are these guys lining up at, how many snap counts at whatever position. I dig it all, so I try to add as much as I can. Again, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Be great. If you have any questions or comments, fire away. We had info on Spence hitting the portal 6 days before he entered. I'm telling you all, you got to be in there. Yeah. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 names in our portal target page if you are a Patreon subscriber. So, yeah. There you have it. There you go. We have there's also not just there, but also in the discussion part of the page too. That's where there's a lot of stuff's going down. And yeah, we are going to talk about this Arkansas UCA game here in a little bit as well. I don't know why my hold on. Where and some other names that we need to get added as well. We're gonna talk about those. We're gonna talk about those names that that you need to pay attention to for sure. And there's a couple of guys that I looked up yesterday. I think it was yesterday that really stand out. Now, obviously, Jac'Qawn McRoy. Okay, we'll just start there, right? Jac'Qawn McRoy has committed to the University of Arkansas. This was a guy who committed to Oregon out of high school. Was Arkansas? He was a big time Arkansas target. I'm trying to pull up all of his On3 stuff too while I'm at it. He was a big target for Arkansas. He goes to Oregon. Doesn't play. He committed to Oregon on July 1st. Of 2023. He's out of Pinson, Alabama. And this is a really, really great addition for Arkansas. Now, we know with the way the portal's working right now, it's just a hot mess. We don't know what they're going to do for the for the bowl game. Well, we kind of have an idea. Sam Pittman filled us in on that. I do not have his. I don't have the. Oh my gosh, what do you call it? His transcript. I don't have his transcript from today. I didn't get it just yet. Maybe I'll get it. I don't know, next week, and we can kind of look at it, or maybe we can do a Patreon chat or something with it. But here we go. I think I can pull up Jac'Qawn McRoy. There it is. You should be able to see it now. There you go. There's Jac'Qawn McRoy. There's our guy. I was trying to get that saved over. There he is, in case you're curious. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. So I don't have the transcript in front of me. I was in on the Zoom call. Some of the names that came up about who he wants to play on the offensive line, a little bit concerning, for sure. So we've got a lot that we have to get figured out, right? And then we got to figure out what we're going to do after the bowl. How much does the bowl game really matter, right? And that was a question actually Christina Long asked Sam Pittman, like, what do you hope to get out of this bowl game? I also thought it was funny. Where do these rumors come from? I find them funny, but the rumor about Sam was going to announce his retirement today, who started that? Where is this coming from? What message board is that coming from? It damn sure wasn't Tusk Talk with Ty Discord. I'll tell you that much, because they would have been laughed at. In fact, I think it was mentioned. I don't know where this started, but just know wherever that's coming from, whoever said that, if it's someone on a message board that is just trying to get clout, you might want to just ignore that person. That is definitely not what was being discussed today. Appreciate all the retweets, Matt. I see you. Shane Meyer. We got some legendary status folks that are retweeting. I love it. John Hawes. That's right. Come join the Discord too. That's right. Come join the Discord too. Appreciate you guys putting that stuff out there. Don't forget the current cycle that we're on for XP does come to an end here really soon. How many days we got left, y'all? What are we up to? We got January 3rd is when the cycle will reset. January 3rd, 7 p.m. So if you want to get in on the next cycle, an opportunity to win some stuff, maybe, right now it's a former Hog or former Arkansas player autographed card will go to the winner. We might do some other stuff for the people who finish like in the top 3. But yeah, being a Patreon supporter, you get some bonus XP for all those predictions. So just consider it. And yeah. Trying to recruit Ty to join Patreon. Yeah, you see what you're doing. So again, let's pop up Jac'Qawn McRoy really quick. Let's do that again. This dude is huge. That is a big human being. 6'8", 370 pounds, bro. That's a big dude. That's a great get. I don't care what way you want to, Don't get me wrong. Just because you're big, yeah, we know it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to come in and dominate. This is the SEC. So we didn't have enough information on him as far as, obviously snap count and all that. Or it wasn't enough to log. If there's not enough information there to log, like if he's under maybe 10 snaps, I'm probably not going to put it in there. So clearly he was under 10 snaps. So, hey, Coach McKnight, I see you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the retweet, man. But if it's under a certain snap count, we don't put that information in there. But what we have on him, again, he was a 4-star, as we all know, 4-star part of the 2024 class, signed with Oregon. He'll be a redshirt freshman this year. Hogs offered and received a visit in June 2023. He has now obviously committed to Arkansas on December 12th. Told you guys, big commits, and it's not over. There's more, and it's going to get exciting. Sam said it today repeatedly. I didn't have time to chop up the video, but he said it repeatedly. We have money. We have money, and we know that they're letting all these guys go, and come to find out, these guys are going back and saying, well, hey, Coach, we think we're worth more. And he said, what? We went 6-6. What the hell are you talking about? We went 6-6. Luke has apparently had to really sleep on it, and I think there's, again, we've talked about that in Patreon chat, in the discussion part of Patreon in Discord. We've kind of gone in on that a little bit. So there's some information in there about what else could have been going on. Some of it's kind of people probably know. I mean, you read something somewhere and you can take it anywhere, right? But, look, to be fair, he wasn't targeted a whole lot. Maybe he just wasn't included enough, and he's gone. I will say I'm digging Selman Bridges took his name out of the portal today. That's awesome. That's huge. That's a dude with, I think, I'm not going to say a super high ceiling. I think he needs to put some more meat on his bones, but I think that about, half the secondary. But he needs to put a little meat on his bones, but he's got all the tools to be something great, and I hope, and this is what I'm going to tell everyone, just because they take their name out now, this thing goes on to put their name into the portal until December 28th or 27th. 28th. And then you have the second stupid-ass portal window after spring camp. Isn't that stupid? You don't know what you have going. I mean, that's what's so frustrating about all this. I'm not going to go down that. It just drives me nuts. That portal. Listen, we can complain about the NIL. It's not going anywhere until eventually when these players become, I don't know, employees of the university, I guess. it's going to be hard to keep these guys out of that portal. And listen, they got people, they've got agents, and I mean, this is being drawn out in front of us. They're talking about it without talking about it. They're saying it without saying it. It's these so-called agents that are whispering to these kids. They're talking to other kids. They're talking to the proxies. It's a problem, man. And I don't know. I'm not. Son of a. Well, I'm not smoking that. Damn it. There went my. I just got cigar ash everywhere. Oh, man, right in my bowl of chili, too. No, not the chili. Damn it. Anyways, yeah. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. I do appreciate you. That's a big-time get, Ty. I agree, Brandon Hull. I agree. Ty, did you not think Sam contradicted himself quite a bit today? Listen, I need to go back and read the transcript. Maybe he did. I don't know. I posted the video today. Like I said, I was in the Zoom call. I'm always trying to multitask when we're on those Zoom calls, and I sometimes just don't hear everything. But Ty for Heisman, I like the way you think, Justin. Justin McCullum, I like the way you think, sir. A lot of mana moves, this little joker. I'm telling you, man, good Lord. 6'8", 370 pounds. I forgot to say, we do have a new goal. I will unveil the Patreon cards tonight for the month of December if we reach 5 super chats. I don't know. YouTube's, reminding me to do this, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do it. I don't know what kind of incentive to give, but I'm gonna unveil if we reach 5 super chats. How about that? We reach 5 super chats. I've got. Did you see that? We got 5. Ooh. So all we got to do is get to 5 super chats, and you're going to get to see what these cards are. And one of them is, well, actually, I think they're all really good. 2 of them are really, really good. I think they're all good. We got our first super chat, though, right here. July says, big old lineman right there. That is right. Appreciate the super chat, July. Hope you're doing well. Ty, would you not move him inside versus offensive tackle? Wait. No. That reach, listen, you like tackles with some reach. You like tackles that have some reach and some power. Got to have good footwork. You want a tackle who, first off, isn't. You prefer your interior guys not be 6'8". It helps that you got a quarterback that's 6'6". By the way, Taylor Green said today, basically let's run it back. So he's back as well. Not that surprises anybody. Ty would already read that. I'm expecting Sam to hit the portal hard and then bring back guys that left if he can't get all those guys to fill those spots. Maybe. I'm going to tell you there's some of these guys are going to look. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be several that haven't found a home for sure. You better eat that damn chili. It's all of my cigar ash ended in my chili bowl. Oh, man. It's a good thing I ate most of it. Yeah, you need a butterbean at guard. Yeah, you don't want someone that big at guard or center. That's why a lot of your centers are like 6'3". I'm not saying there's not like these big 6'6" centers. Of course they exist. But it seems like a lot of teams like to go with those kind of, not really huge centers. Guys that aren't like 6'7", 6'8". It's just extra seasoning, yeah. Yeah. Right, and a lot of something else. Really quick, let's talk, and we're going to get back into the portal stuff here in just a second. I wanted to talk about the schedule. The 2025-26 schedule. They call it the 25-26 schedule. Yeah. I don't know if you saw this. Now, I love playing games in August. I love that because that means when you flip the calendar from July to August, boom, you're in football month. Now, for me, it'll be, fall camp and everything, assuming the U of A hasn't kicked my ass out yet. That's what'll be exciting, right? August is now, that's 2 years in a row, right? Did we do that 3 years ago? I don't think so. But I love August, and you've got a game. You open up against Alabama A&M. September 6th, and this was going to be my other poll. Oh, yeah, we have a poll up, by the way. Sam has me hopeful for the transfer portal class. Yes or no? 58% of you say yes. So yeah, that poll is up if you want to go check it out. Again, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. This schedule is ridiculous, y'all. I mean, Arkansas State could now, depending on what the portal does to them, I haven't paid much attention. I don't look at what other teams are really doing until like the end of the month. Sometimes a little bit before that, but in terms of like who Arkansas is going to play, so I don't know what Arkansas State, what's happened there yet. They weren't half bad this year. At Ole Miss, so that's on August 30th against Alabama A&M. September 6th in Little Rock. Could it be Little Rock's last game? Should it be Little Rock's last game? That'd be a hell of a send-off. I'm just saying, finally you're getting that game, and it's happening in Little Rock. That's a pretty cool – I think that's a great way to just send it off. Hope to God you win. At Ole Miss on the 13th. And, of course, times are TBA. At Memphis on September 20th. At Memphis. See how good Memphis was this year? Notre Dame's coming to town. Got to go to Tennessee on October 11th. Get A&M at home. Little revenge game maybe. First time that's not going to be played in the house that Jones built in quite some time. Saturday, October 25th, so that next weekend you get Auburn back home. A lot of people tell me, watch out, Auburn's about to rip the portal. But I don't know. Freeze, I feel like maybe all that stuff that he did, it caught up to him. Everyone else is doing it, and it's all legal now, I don't know. I keep getting told Auburn's about to crush the portal. We'll see. Mississippi State, November 1st. LSU, this is how you end the year. At LSU on the 15th. In Austin on the 22nd. And then Missouri at home on the 29th. By the way, if Drinkwitz if he hit his peak these 2 years, and if he's on a downward trend, it's Missouri. I don't know because I've already heard the argument. Well, Missouri's going to be bad next year, and Arkansas's retooling. You don't think Missouri's trying to do the same? I know they lost a big commitment, or someone not a commitment. Someone hit the portal for them. I mean, Missouri is kind of an attractive. I mean, they're trending upwards. They're not sitting here like Arkansas. You win, you go 8-4, and then the next year you've been trending down since, right? You're not trending up. Missouri's they're up there, right? They've been trending up, and maybe they're about to taper off. I don't know, but I still would. The game still would just. I don't know that I would expect, even if Arkansas went into that game ranked, in the hunt for the playoffs. And Missouri was like, I don't know, not good. Losing SEC record. I'd probably still favor, even if it's in Fayetteville. I don't care. Pittman and his teams just do not. I don't know. Anyways, that's your schedule. Bama A&M, Arkansas State, at Ole Miss, at Memphis, Notre Dame on the 27th, at Tennessee, A&M in Fayetteville, Auburn in Fayetteville, Mississippi State in Fayetteville. That's not a bad slate of games right there. In Baton Rouge on the 15th, play LSU at Texas in Austin, and then you close out the year, the regular season next year on the 29th. Regardless if you want Pittman fired, regardless if you hate Taylor Green, regardless, whatever, this is still happening, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. All right, we got another super chat. Oh my goodness, it is the one and only Mr. T-Dub. Mr. T-Dub. Oh my goodness. No. Travis Ford first. Hold on. There he is. SEC Unleashed. Travis Ford. It's a ballsy move for Pittman to imply that last year's players aren't worth what they're asking for and just roll the dice in the portal. Mr. T-Dub, my man. According to Sam, 6-6 players ain't worth paying, but a 6-6 head coach is worth his auto raise. 3-8 next year. He said, I was going to say, wait, hold on. That should be, 3-9. Yeah. You corrected it. You got it. Woo! Y'all are savage. Damn. Appreciate the super chats. 2 more, and we're going to unveil these cards. 2 more super chats. I think y'all are going to freak over one of these for sure. I think. I probably. Maybe even all of them. I don't think I've even introduced this card or told anyone that I got it. So all I know is they better learn to hold on to the damn ball. Yeah, Arkansas, one of the worst in the country at putting the ball in the field. No doubt about it. So, yeah. Arkansas versus UCA. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. I told the wife we'd be in bed. We'd be in bed before it got too late. So just remind me. But we're going to cover basketball here really quick, and then we're going to come back because we got some portal targets. We got some more to discuss. We got plenty more to discuss. Arkansas is going to take on UCA. This is coming up. And they're bad. They're really bad. They're 2-7. I don't think they're picked. I'm pretty sure they're not picked to even finish top 6 in the ASUN standings. Started off the year not great. At BYU, they lost by a lot, 88-50. Their only 2 wins are against Randall. Oh, Randall. And then UNC Asheville. Both those games, they scored 90+. And by the way, they've scored 85+ in several games. No. 1, 2. This is why I need glasses, y'all. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, they scored 78. They lost to Pine Bluff. They lost to U of A LR. Little Rock. I'm sorry. Don't get triggered. They lost to Little Rock, 63-57. I'll tell you who's in the ASUN, in the ASUN Conference. North Alabama, Lipscomb, North Florida, Eastern Kentucky, Jacksonville, Queens University, Austin P, Bellarmine, Florida Gulf Coast, Central Arkansas, Stetson, and West Georgia. Man, they got a rough run here. They got to play Arkansas in Little Rock. Then they got to go to Oklahoma a little while later after playing the Citadel. So they got a couple. I mean, they had to start the year off on the road at BYU. They had to play Georgia Tech. It's not like Georgia Tech's great. They're 4-5 currently. So I mean, UCA's rough. Should just blast the Bears, no doubt. Arkansas favored right now at 98%. This game is Saturday, 3 o'clock. We're going to do the post game. Likely going to do the post game. Some of these games, I'm kind of taking the stance. Expect me to go live, I'll say that. But if it's a complete blowout, and which it probably will be, and if I don't know. I plan on doing it. I'll just say that. We didn't do the post game for one game this year, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it was pretty nice. It was nice to just kind of take the night off, watch the game, sit back. I hung out with the family a little bit. It was nice. It was good. So with these kind of games where you're not playing very good opponents, and everyone, it might be I don't know what the temperature is going to be like on Saturday, but I was going to say people might be out and about. Oh no, it's supposed to be crappy. It's supposed to rain on Saturday up here. Ugh. So you got NC, A&T, and they're not good either. I don't plan on doing the post game for that. And then you have Oakland Grizzlies. But when SEC play, you guys know I'll be live for every one of those post games. I'm not gonna lie to you. This year, the portal, because we're keeping up with it. It kind of like you feel like you're working, like you'll have like these gaps in the day where you're not doing anything, and then you're back. You're grinding out the rest of the day. It just catches up to you, and you're like, man, I just kind of want to watch a game and not do a post game tonight. So I'm just saying, don't be surprised if I don't go live in one of these games. But once the SEC play comes around, expect me, unless something comes up, expect me for every SEC post game. I wish they played. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Michigan game was awesome, right? I mean, big win, big game. in Madison Square Garden. Huge win for Arkansas. My God, the momentum shift there. Great, right? Wish we had a couple more like decent matchups. And I'm not saying, sometimes you don't judge these teams by their record, by the way, but should have a win streak going into the Tennessee game. It'd be nice if maybe they played one more like really decent or really like maybe a tournament caliber mid-major before you hop into SEC play. So they've got 3 non-cons left, and then they're on the road to Tennessee on January 4th. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait. I wasn't trying to be dirty. Y'all, you know what? You know what we watch? We go to bed and we watch Shrinking on Apple TV, and then we usually put it on some UFO stuff on Netflix and just go to bed. Y'all's minds are in the gutter. We've been married almost 20 years. Y'all calm down. We've been together for 20 years. We started dating in December of 2004. Yeah, we're old. Woo Pigs is 1 Razorback. So we are at the 5 of 5. Look at that. Oh, my God. Y'all are killing me. Potatoes taste better when they're fried. What is happening right now? Oh, my God. Join the Discord, says Patrick Wendell, who used to go by Pwindle. Appreciate you. Show us your cards, bruh. All right. Here we go. Since you did it. So now we're starting to run out of the foil $8 cards, or for the $8 folks. We're starting to run out of them. Those are, believe it or not, like, it's crazy how quickly you go through those. Let's just start off with the $4. All right. Here's the $4. This is pretty cool. I like this because he just took his name out of the portal. Selman Bridges right there. He just took his name out of the portal. That's awesome. That'll be for a $4. Someone will win that. And then $8, another guy that I think is going to stick it out. Did he put his name in the portal? I didn't even look. Hold on. Last I heard, he was not putting his name in the portal. Hold on. You spend so much time tracking down targets that you don't yeah, we know Addison Nichols put his name in. Brad Spence, Tykees Crawford, no shock there. So yeah, okay. I think he plans on staying. Pretty sure this player said he's going to stay. And that is starting left tackle Fernando Carmona. That'll be for the $8. Fernando Carmona will be for the $8 folks, okay? So there you go. Because we're starting to run out of the foil cards. And I've thought about just not doing any giveaways for anyone other than $8 and then legendary status. Because it's really tough. Here we go. Legendary status. You guys ready? These are the autographed former Arkansas player cards. You ready? Really good running back. Jonathan Williams. Authentic autograph right there. Boom. That's an awesome one. That's a good card. Great running back. So that's legendary status. Yeah, Carmona's staying. I'm almost positive he went public with that. Here we go. Here's an OG. For you OGs, man. For y'all that remember. There he is. Scotty Thurman autographed. You can see it. I've had 2 of these. This is right now it's my last one. Scotty Thurman right there. That's legendary status. And then here's one that I did not tell anybody that I got. It's another one of those. It's like hard to get rid of or hard to like let go because this is pretty cool. Nick Smith autographed. Right there it is. Nick Smith autographed. Former Arkansas player right there. Nick freaking Smith, and it's foil too. Check that out. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. There you go. There's your legendary status cards. Boom, baby. Boom. Big time. All right, there you go. All right. Braxton sat out all last year with a fake injury to save himself for another team out all year with tendonitis is soft. There's no doubt Pittman got played, and I think that's what's frustrating for so many people. And I'm going to say this much. I don't know what you got to sell these players to get them to come here. I don't know in terms of like what I should say is obviously money is going to talk, playing time is going to talk. What I mean to say is when you're recruiting these guys out of the portal, first thing you should say to them, I'm not, and this includes your true freshmen, and really this is for them. I don't plan on redshirting you. I don't plan on redshirting you. If I think you're going to play now, that's the if you're good enough, right? If you're someone who like a Braylon Russell, including the guys out of the portal or the guys that have been here for a couple of years and they don't have a red shirt yet or whatever, I'm not going to redshirt you. I'm not doing it. That's got to come to an end. I know there's going to be some players you have to redshirt. I get it. I don't know. And from what I understand, this is not, again, this isn't unique to the University of Arkansas. This is another challenge for coaches to have to deal with across the country. And I'm not saying, we were all kids once. We all made mistakes. We all said one thing and did something different. You get parents involved, and then it can get real hairy. It does feel like, you've got Ole Miss probably sniping your players. You saw that Lane Kiffin, he retweeted. Oh, my God. He retweeted. Well, what did it say specifically? It was like Arkansas developing talent for Lane Kiffin to come and snipe or something like that. It was Weather Zach that tweeted that out. If he's in here, tell us what you said. I'm pretty sure that was his tweet, and then Lane Kiffin deleted it. It's true. And it feels that way anyways. It feels like you're getting these guys here, you're developing them, they're at least halfway decent enough that Ole Miss wants to come in and grab them, right? I don't know. I think it's probably time to do away with just redshirting, at least for the mindset to just not do it. It's frustrating. Maybe the question should be, what two would you want to hit the transfer portal? I don't know if that's targeted at somebody else. I don't know what you're talking about. Camo says winning would make it easier. Well, you did win 6, Camo. It's not as if you didn't win any games. 6-6 is still 6-6. It's you did enough right to win 6, but you also did enough wrong to lose 6. If I'm Pittman, I'll never redshirt anyone again, says Travis Ford. I mean, man, I just stop. I don't know. Ty, what era did you like from your poll yesterday? BCS. I took that poll down. I took it down. I deleted it. But yeah, I would have voted BCS. It's my favorite era of college football. I was too young pre-BCS. I don't really remember, But in the BCS era to me provided a better regular season, and it provided far better postseason. You didn't have the opt-outs, I mean, I just think it was a better era of college football. It seemed like everybody was invested in, even teams you don't care much for. You wanted to watch that game. Now, who cares? If it's not a playoff game, who gives a damn? And I'm all for expanding the playoffs. I think the playoffs. I think the 12-team playoffs have a potential to be better, but now the implications are, in the BCS era, there was the championship game, and all that frustration was, you were dealing with it for just that one game. Now you've got this expanded playoffs, and you've got several teams that feel like they just got, hoodwinked. Culture is just as big as an issue as money, says Jeremy Gray. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's something that winning can correct, right? If you guys have any questions or comments, fire away. If you want to see these beautiful cards one more time, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to share. Hard to create culture when every is going to be looking for the highest bidder next year. I'd be so apathetic if I was a coach. development, bringing in a player and just developing that player, going through the stages of the offseason are just brutal. It's such a process. You get a guy here, you get a kid here, you go through that, you go through the hopefully you get them here during the spring. You get them, you get them on campus as soon as possible. You get them in your system. They learn the offense or whatever. They learn whatever it is they're going to do. They're at least a part of it. They're getting an opportunity to understand what campus life is all about, being away from home. They spend a year here, and I don't know what it is, but it's like at that point, like, okay, I got that under. I'm done with that. I've experienced it. I want to see what else is out there. And I know it's more than just that, but it's just really frustrating. It's I mean, we all know it's not helped. It has not made college football better. As far as I shouldn't say that. Again, let me rephrase that. It's made the idea of building from the ground up and then sustaining that foundation that you help put down as a coaching staff, as a head coach. It makes it so easy to crumble the next year, i.e. Florida State. And you could list a whole bunch of schools. And then you have the situation in Indiana where it's the opposite. They get a new coach in, he brings in all of his transfers, and boom, look what they did. Was their schedule bullshit? Absolutely, their schedule was bullshit. I mean, that's as close to a group of 5 schedules I've ever seen a P4 school play. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and they're in. But it has made sustaining what you've built next to impossible. So you've got to rebuild again. And I maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe Pittman will prove me wrong. I think there are just some coaches that are built for this era, no matter their age. And I don't know that I just don't know if Sam is that guy or not. Now, here's the thing. We can't use that excuse. Well, he's never been a head coach before. You know what we heard after year 3? Ironic that he won 9 games in year 2, but year 3 and then year 4 happens, and we're like, what the hell? And then year 5 happens, and these excuses keep popping off. Like, well, we keep moving the goalposts. Those are gone, by the way. Those people, those individuals, we brought him here to do one thing. They're gone. Those people are gone. They're not making that argument anymore. I think most people understand and agree. Like, this is 5 years, man. I mean, that's a long time to keep your same job. In college athletics, to stay somewhere 5 years and not having sustained success or showing signs of improvement, right? I guess technically you showed a sign of improvement. You won 2 more games than you did a year ago, but I don't know. Arkansas has become the farm team for Ole Miss. Was that exactly what that tweet was? GMAX Dronograph. Oh, cool. You're one of those channels. GMAX Dronography. That's cool. I want to go to your channel. Bro, do you fly your drone around and you take shots, and you're going to have to tell us what you do, or you're just on somebody else's account? I have a drone. I've flown it a few times. I'm not very good. It's literally like me hiring guys, training them, and then they go work for my competitor. There you go. I mean, that is exactly what's happening. That is exactly what is happening. And it sucks. It's not good for football. All right, let's talk about, and I appreciate everyone for hopping in here. Told my wife I'd be in bed, but we usually go to bed at 9, so we've got plenty of time. But I did say we wouldn't be long, didn't I? Nobody in Discord tell my wife, don't you dare do it. Ty's going over. He's going over. All right. There's a whole bunch of guys, and there's some people here that are taking visits. Let's stick with the offensive line here really quick. And by the way, I'm just going to tell you, I'm debating if I want to save that for Patreon. I feel like if I save it for Patreon, by the time I say something, he's going to have already committed. But unless he already committed tonight and I missed it when I was preparing to go live, I'll just say they're in really good shape with a certain offensive player who does not have, for those of you that are Patreon members, he doesn't have any PFF grades. There's a reason for that. And I even have it and I've had it under his profile since the 9th. Since the 9th. Several days ago, heavy lean right now to Arkansas. So there you go. And I have some more additional information on this player as well. But let's go back to the offensive line here really quick. Some names to maybe keep an eye on. Again, I hope they haven't committed elsewhere. They might be favored elsewhere. Jalen Brooks at Oklahoma State. 6'3", 310 pounds. Arkansas most likely will play him interior if he signs, if he commits. He was a 3-star for Oklahoma State in the 2020 class. His PFF grades aren't super fantastic, but he also had no snaps in 2024. Arkansas has interest per the portal report. That was from the portal report, and I think Arkansas offered him. I could be wrong, but I know that it was being reported that they had interest, heavy interest. 393 snaps at left guard, 3 sacks allowed, just 9 hurries. I think that was in 2023 because he didn't play in 2024. So again, that's Jalen Brooks Jr. at Oklahoma State. Let's copy and paste to Google and see if he's – let's go take a look at his account really quick or his profile, see if he's committed somewhere, if he's gotten a crystal ball. Oh, shit, he committed to Houston. Okay, there you go. There's one. Then we got our update. There you go. When did he commit? That had to have been like – that was today. Damn it. Yeah, that was one that slipped by me. There's probably going to be a few because, like I said, some of these I'm just behind on. We know they got Jac'Qawn McRoy. And there's another one. Where are you? All right, let's check. Before I say his name, let's double check on Google here, make sure he's not committed. See, we can update these live. You guys, we're reacting to it live. You know, I do everything here organically anyways. Last I had heard, he was okay. Tyler Mercer. He is not committed anywhere. He was a 3-star prospect. 6'4", 290, again at North Texas. He's one that has really impressive pass block numbers. Again, 6'4", 290, North Texas, currently unranked. Listen, sometimes 247 and on 3, they're a little bit behind on those ranks. His pass block grade is 80, run block grade of 63. He was a 3-star in the 2024 class, so he's got time. Hogs offered per his own X account. He was an on-3 true freshman All-American, 565 snaps played at center, 386 pass block plays, 0 sacks, gave up just 3 quarterback hurries. Again, that's Tyler Mercer at North Texas. I can't pronounce this kid's last name. Alvin Ebosele, Ebosele at Baylor. I'm getting TikToks from my wife, so I'm still good. We're still good. I'm not in trouble. She's sending me TikToks. That's good. 6'6", 312. Not super good grades, but let's listen. Arkansas did offer. Again, that's Alvin. I think it's Ebosele at Baylor. 64.2 run grade. His run block grade. His pass block grade is atrocious. It's 28.5. Now, let's read. Maybe we get some information here. 176 snaps last season where he gave up 3 sacks. He's got 777 total snaps in 2 years at Baylor. 763 snaps of those snaps were at left tackle. He's given up 7 sacks and 12 hurries in those 2 years. Keep in mind the school that he's at and who his offensive line coach was 2 years ago. Caden Kittler. Love that name. Caden Kittler, UCF, another center. 6'3", 295. No, hold on. That might be wrong. It might be – I don't know why I need to fix that. I'll have to look into that in a minute. But pretty good pass block grade. Another guy with a 79 pass block grade. 3-star in the 2022 class. He's got 709 snaps last year, all at center, 9 hurries allowed, 895 career snaps with just 12 hurries and 0 sacks. Yeah, Caden Kittler, again, if he is not, good Lord, let's copy and paste his name. Let's make sure he's not rolling. You better not have committed somewhere, dude. Okay, and he's got no crystal balls. Juggling balls. Yeah, he entered the portal. Well, it says December 2nd, but I guess it's just when he went public that he was intending on going into the portal. But right now, again, 6'3", 295. This is a guy that's got, again, really nice numbers. So there you've got some offensive linemen. You've got some guys there that you can add on. There's also Alex. I just added Alex Wallenschlager from Bowling Green. This is a dude who has almost 2,500 total career snaps, and he's given up just 7 sacks. He has given up 49 hurries, but that's 24, almost 2,500 total snaps given up total. Gave up just 2 sacks last year, 11 hurries, all snaps, every single snap at right tackle. His PFF grade is 76.6, so that's good enough for one flame. One flame! Give him his flame. His run block grade, 75.3, and then his pass block grade, just under that line of getting his another flame. He's got 2 flames. PFF grade 76.6, run block grade 75.3, pass block grade 74.2. So he's getting there. Let's talk about a player. I might make a YouTube short on this guy. Where's he at? Derell Robinson. Have you guys seen any of this kid? Have you watched? Do you know anything about? The more I read about this dude, I'm like, damn. 6'1", 200 pounds out of UConn. PFF grade 79.3, run grade 85.9. That's 3 flames, baby. He's got a good fumble grade. So the further north, I think, of like 65, the better in, I think, every category. So he's at 74.8, so that means he's not putting the ball on the ground a whole lot. He was a 3-star in the 2023 class where he had to sign, this sounds familiar, he had to sign with Charlotte despite being committed to Boston College. I think he was committed to Boston College for a little while. There might have been an issue with grades. I'm not sure. Very similar to Tykees Crawford. You guys remember that? He committed to Arkansas. We thought he was a great get. Just didn't quite live up to it, unfortunately. We couldn't have him sign here. He had to go play a year at Charlotte, and then he came back. I think Derell Robinson takes a little bit different approach. He doesn't go back to Boston College. He goes to Charlotte. Or no, UConn. Sorry, Connecticut. My bad. Now, Hogs have offered 29, and I may have to double check this, 29 10-plus yard carries out of his 148 rushes in 2 years. He had 107 carries this last year for 731 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's close to 7 yards per carry, north of 100 carries. His career, he averages, and this includes his 1 year at Charlotte, his career, he averages 6 yards a carry. He had 40 carries at Charlotte for 166 yards, 4.2 yards per carry. And I've watched, there's not a ton out there on him, but as far as what he did in college, there's a little bit, and I've watched what I could find. Man, once he hits that outside edge, he is gone. I don't know. I have no idea what his 40 time is. I mean, if you wanted me to, I hate doing the guessing thing, but he looked like someone who ran a legit, I don't know. I'm not going to say because you never know, right? And you also have to consider the level of competition, which is fair. And by the way, I think all 3 running backs behind that offensive line all average north of 5 yards a carry. So that's usually a pretty good sign that either you're scheming things right, you've got a really strong offensive line, or you just happen to have 3 really good running backs. I would take any of those 3 backs if they had any eligibility. But I think the first guy on my list would be Derell Robinson. 29 10-plus yard carries on 148 carries. Almost 900 career yards on 147 total carries, 9 touchdowns. He's got a 68-yard run under his belt at UConn. That was his longest run from the line of scrimmage. I almost want to make a YouTube short on that guy. if I could get some good footage. I like him a lot. To me, he ought to be, you know what we're sitting here talking about him. Is he committed somewhere? Someone like that, it seems like he would be a high priority target for a number of schools. Watch this. He's going to be committed somewhere. Okay. He's not committed anywhere. Again, he's out of Baltimore, Maryland. I mean, I don't know. Let's go up northeast. Let's see what we can get. But he was given he is now officially given his 3 stars as a transfer portal. So that will be updated. Go ahead and update that really quick. Charge. So, yeah, by the way, you guys know this will be the last show for the week unless we get some – now, if we get some huge news, which is possible, then, yeah, we'll have to make some exceptions. There we go. Derell Robinson got his 3 stars. He's been unranked. That must have been today. Jonte Cook, now, there's a rumor – that he was going to set up a visit, and I don't know if anything came from that, but he's the Texas wide receiver, 6 foot, 185 pounds. He was a 5-star in the 2023 class. There are rumors that were circulating that he was going to visit. I think A&M and Oregon were considered at the top. Didn't do a lot at Texas his 2 years there. 16 catches, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns. There is another running back, another guy I like, Ismail Mahdi, I think is his last name. Really good PFF grades. 81.7 total grade, 87.1 run grade. This is a cat who's got almost 2 1,000-yard rushes in back-to-back seasons, almost. 2023 he had 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6 yards a carry. In 2024 he had less carries, but he had 183 carries for 991 yards, 5.4 yards a carry. He has 15 career touchdowns, multiple 50-plus yard runs, 510 career carries for 2,781 yards, 5.5 yards per carry. He can also catch the ball. He's got 74 catches. 74 catches in 3 years as a running back. I wonder if someone was lining him up outside. You know, I didn't actually look at that. Maybe I should have. 74 catches, 720 yards, 10 yards per reception with 5 touchdowns. Yeah, you've got some options here. Again, let's copy and paste his name. Let's make sure he's not committed elsewhere. You got some big targets here, man. I realize you say these kids and it's like, well, okay, but again, consider the competition. You know, we said the same thing about Andrew Armstrong. And he did pretty well both his years here. So don't completely write them off because of where they played. I think that's a mistake. John Haas says, yeah, that UConn back is insane. I agree, John. He is. Yes, the SEC has a way of making rankings fall. However, 2 good examples that you don't overlook where they're coming from. You Can't Handle the Truth is your name. Fernando Carmona, Andrew Armstrong. So I'm just saying, yeah, their ratings are going to fall. Their rankings fell. Fernando Carmona had outstanding numbers at San Jose State. They fell. But he did pretty well at that left tackle spot. Year 1 in the SEC. Just saying. I think sometimes you can read in between the lines a little bit, and sometimes these numbers do mean something. They do show signs of life. It's no different than when a 5-star doesn't pan out from high school to college, right? And no matter what events they attend, if they go to a Nike event or whatever and they ball out, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen, when the lights come on a Saturday night, or for Arkansas during the 11 o'clock kickoff. But just saying, I wouldn't overlook just because of where they played necessarily. But I always tell people there is truth in that, though. In fact, I said this last year, and I want to say it was after Fernando Carmona transferred to Arkansas. I said, yeah, those numbers are going to fall, and they do. But he's still – I'm going to say this much. I hope he sticks it out, if not to get moved to another spot on the offensive line, or if not to at least be a depth piece. However, I think he might continue to be a starter again. Cubs fan. Dangerous to say in here. Yeah. Yeah, at least you're not a Niners fan. Listen, my Rams are playing right now, and I passed that up so I could sit here and talk to you guys. I am watching the score, though. I've got it up here on my phone. I had it up here on my phone. I'm expecting an angry text here any minute. Yeah, the Niners are still on top, 3-0. Hoping for a little second half magic. What about Zach, Ty? So I'm assuming you're talking about the tight end. Did he commit? What is going on with this? Did he commit or not? No. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry. I hope he does commit. Really good numbers on him. Really good numbers. Well, I should say numbers, not PFF, because I don't want to give it away. But if you look at some of his high school accolades, I think this kid's just a footballer. Again, maybe he's someone you don't pay attention to where they come from. I don't know. Out of Northwest Missouri State. But listen to this. Finalist for the Otis Taylor Award given to the best wide receiver in the Kansas City metro area. There is some stiff competition in high school football in Kansas City. All right? If you don't know, you ought to know. Kansas City can produce some absolute studs. And he balled out as a wide receiver there. Selected to play in the Kansas Shrine Bowl, first-team all-conference performer. So he's definitely a receiving type of tight end, 6'3". I have him at 6'3", 240. I think that number might be a little outdated. It might be 6'3", like 245, 250. But pretty athletic. I mean, there's not a lot out there, but, people think pretty highly of him. Trying to make sure we didn't overlook anybody. Someone else I want to talk about. Again, there's so many more names we have not covered because there's 20-plus people here, and we got to add more. Omega Blake. Did you see that? Omega Blake at Charlotte. I think it's pronounced maybe Omega. O''MEGA. Is it pronounced Omega? Someone help me out. Pretty good grades. Pretty good information there. Sign up for Patreon. Come look at it. Won't you just look at it? Sam said Easter. Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. Thank you. Who has been saying this for like 2 years now? Who's been saying this? I've said it. Well, okay, going back to spring camp. I said he is not a tight end. He is an oversized wide receiver. He's timid to block. I'm not saying he's not a stud. Listen, to go in and be a tight end and to take on that role in the SEC, bro, I know guys that played offensive line in high school that would have struggled with that. They would have been intimidated is what I mean. He could be a physical guy. He's not afraid of contact. There's just something about watching those guys. When I was down there on the south side of the practice field, you've got the offensive lineman off to the left, and then you got the tight end group off to the right that practice in the south end zone of the practice field. And I watched them quite a bit in spring and fall camp. Now, when they go inside the indoor facility, it's different. But watched them a lot, and I just knew, like, man, this dude is so behind in blocking. He's a wide receiver. He runs pretty crisp, pretty clean routes. He needs to be wide out. He needs to play at wide receiver. I've been saying this. I hope we see him there. I want him to play. My question is, what the hell are you going to do with tight end? Any chance we take A.J. Green back? I don't know. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be completely real with you. A.J. Green had a short burst of time here that was pretty, like a few games where you're like, all right, this dude he's got some speed. If you ask me don't get me wrong, Green played at a higher level. He played in the SEC, and then he went and played at Oklahoma State. But those two running backs we just mentioned, Derell Robinson and Ismail Maidi, I think I would probably take them over him. Maybe. I mean, he's a little bit more proven at this level, but he had trouble hanging on to the ball, and he just, I don't know, man. He really struggled in between the tackles. Who knows? These guys could maybe you get one of them here and they're not any, they don't produce. I don't know. Jeremy, why in the hell would we do that? Oh, man. If Rocket Sanders had another year of eligibility, does he have another year? Or did he declare for the NFL yet? Would you take him back? Real question for those of you in chat. Would you take Rocket back? He showed last year when he's healthy, that dude is a problem. Maybe that should have been a poll. I don't know. Should I make that a poll on the community page? I want Russell to be the starter. Yeah, Russell's got to be priority number one. I agree. That's your running back for the future. I'm not going to lie to you. I hate to say this, and this is not from some source or anything like that. I'm going to be shocked. Let's not say shocked. Given how his high school recruiting went, given the drama with, Trey Biddy, Mason Choate, and then Braylon Russell, what he DM'd, I don't know if something is trying to pull him away from Arkansas. I'm going to be surprised if he's here in 2025, Braylon Russell. It's just a gut feeling. It's similar to Jalen. It's similar to the Braxton situation. I said that early on when they were kind of fumbling what was going on with him, and we weren't really – well, it was this. Well, we think it might have been something more serious. Well, after the bye week, he's going to come out and play. It just kind of felt like the goalpost kept getting moved. I don't know if that's on Pittman, if that's on Braxton. I don't know. But there was just that gut instinct, and we all knew it. We were talking about it in Patreon chat. I think he's going to leave. I'm going to be real with you, man. This is just one guy to all of you. I'm going to be surprised if Braylon Russell is a Razorback in 2025. And I hate to say that. And again, I don't know, man. Maybe he's just not comfortable here. I don't know. And I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong. Jeremy Gray says Russell is best back since McFadden in state. Well, you've had some really good ones since McFadden, though. I don't know that I'm prepared to put him up there yet. I would say his potential, Jeremy, I agree with you. His potential is very high. Take the poll if you haven't already. Sam has me hopeful for the transfer portal class. 59% of you say yes. So there's still a number of you who have not taken that poll. Go take it. Hoped him and Haz would be the hog version of Gronk and Hernandez. Ooh. And just like that, YouTube just turned off we're done. They kicked us out. Thonsa and Madden, Emi Alava. I cannot. That is going to be so hard for me. I'm going to fumble that last name. Have I not given my thoughts on him here? Hang on. I have it written out. I have it written out somewhere. Iam Maliava. That's it. Iam Maliava. I mean, obviously I like him. I feel like I gave my thoughts on him here. Did we not talk about him? Man. Portal life, am I right? I like him a lot. I know there was a time in high school where he struggled with accuracy. Really high ceiling. I like him a lot. Do I think he's going to come in and push Green? Well, I feel like we talked about this. I think I said never say never. But I would lean the odds on Green's fine. Green's going to be safe unless they go out and get a transfer quarterback, which I think they should. I really do. I think they ought to go look for an older veteran to back him up. I'm not saying some guy that's got to be proven. You're not going to go get one of those, but maybe a guy that's got a little bit of, some playing time under his belt, has played in a Power 3 conference, has started against Power 3 competition, maybe done some things. I don't know. That's who I would feel comfortable. That's who I'd feel comfortable with backing up Green. Not a true freshman quarterback. But the dude is an athlete. They didn't take advantage of his legs a whole lot in high school, but he's a runner. He's not as big as his older brother, who's obviously the starting quarterback at Tennessee, Nico. But he's a runner. I think he Seems like he reads the field really well. Again, I need to bring Stephen Hamner on. I'm sure Stephen, if he hasn't already, I'm sure he's watched plenty of film on him. Would love to get his take on what he thinks about Madden. I think he's got a high ceiling, but I also don't want people, because he's from California, because he's a 4-star, and because of his last name, we do this thing where we make him out to be this next like elite, and he could be. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not right or wrong. I'm not making a definitive statement. I'm just saying sometimes we blow these guys up to be something, and maybe he's not that, or maybe he is. Maybe he's better. I don't know, but I think he has potential, and he played at a really competitive level in California, and that is the state that produces quarterbacks. So, and the receiver that came over with him, go look at what he did in 7-on-7 camps. Like, again, if they can keep these guys here, God, they can keep these guys around for a little while, you're going to feel really good in a couple of years, right? Who knows? Maybe as soon as 2026, you start to see things, the wheels moving, depending on who the hell's coaching the Razorbacks. But anyways, I digress. I appreciate everyone being here, man. Make sure you guys like and share and all that stuff. Yeah, he didn't play his senior year. Thanks for pointing that out. He did not play his senior year. He tried to transfer, and it didn't work out, and he had to sit out. I think he played like one game. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if he didn't get the 5th star. I know he camped. I'm pretty sure he camped. Normally before your senior year for quarterbacks, I don't know. I say this. I think typically your 5 stars are pretty much at the quarterback spot going into their senior year, going into the season. You already know who those guys are. And if he wasn't a 5-star by then, I don't know if the season would have been enough to move the needle or not. Then again, it is California. Yeah, he played at Pauley. Yeah, I'm aware. Kicks. Yep. Good stuff. Hey, I appreciate you, Joel. Thanks for coming around, man. I appreciate you guys. Again, this will be the last live until Saturday. Again, if we get some big announcement tomorrow, maybe I'll go live. Maybe. Don't want to listen. I'm those of you that have been married for a minute, you get it. There's just some, you got to be careful. Yeah. So again, big get here. We'll do it again. There it is. Jac'Qawn McRoy. From Oregon, baby. Well, they got him from Oregon. He's from Alabama. Thought we could get him last year. He moved on. He said, nope, I'm going to go to Oregon. And now he's a Razorback. Remember what Pittman said. They are rolling the dice on not giving these kids that were on a 6-6 team a big enough raise like what they want. And remember, we don't know what those numbers were. As far as I know, unless something's been leaked, we don't know what those numbers were. They could have been asking for a hell of a lot more money. And, you got to ask yourselves, if you're in Sam's position, if you feel like you can go out and get someone better, but do you do it? And I guess you do. I'm going to tell you, there's some of these guys that have hit the portal. I think some of them were asked to go into the portal. Guys, they went 6-6. They needed an overhaul. They needed it. And we're sitting here panicking, oh, it's over. And yet so many people wanted change. Well, now you're getting it. Don't get me wrong. I would prefer Lucas to stick around. I would prefer I kind of liked Brad Spence, 6'2", 6'3", 240-pound linebacker. Liked the possibilities there. Alex Sanford. Davion Dozier. I wish some of these guys would stick it out, but there's several of them. I'm looking at it, and I'm going, okay. All right. TJ Metcalf. Man, I mean, what a... But then the rest, it's like, I don't know, man. Was Braun? I mean, what about Braun? Would you have taken him back, or do you think you can go get someone better? Jalen Braxton is one I wish we could get back, but it seems to me like he made up his mind a while ago. But Nico Davier, nah, I'm good. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think he – I just – I know he dealt with injuries. I'm not trying to hate on the kid. I'm not trying to throw shade, but just didn't see what I thought we were going to see out of him this year. Kudus is one who's – did he commit yet to Ole Miss? Has he committed? Has he announced? We know – I mean, come on, dude. I don't know. to that quickly get a crystal ball to Ole Miss. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? All right. That's going to do it. I'm going to end the poll right there. Again, I appreciate all of you. Make sure you like, share. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button on the way out, if you'd be so kind. Joe Cool says, I don't want Braxton back. Call me crazy. He left his teammates hanging. Well, you're not wrong there. It's hard to blame. You're not wrong. Chandler Morse is in the portal again. Yeah, he is. That's right. They were talking about that in Discord. He said 4 or 5 more times than what they got this year. Yeah, we just don't know that amount. Like, what were they making to begin with? Was it really not that much? What did Sam Pittman say? What did he say? Blue light special? So what were they getting paid to begin with? So 4 or 5 times, is that what? Where are they pulling that figure from, I'm talking about the players. So, yeah. I do too. I wish Braxton the best of luck. I really do. All right. Again, Patreon supporters, Selman Bridges. If you're a $4 donor, right here, Selman Bridges. He's coming back. Why not try and sign up? You got an opportunity to maybe get his card for the $8 folks. We were just talking about him. Fernando Carmona, Jonathan Williams for legendary status. That's an autographed card right there. Jonathan Williams, former Arkansas player. Scotty. Autograph, Scotty Thurman. That's legendary status members only. And then Nick Smith, autographed. So go sign up for legendary status for the month of December. You'll have a shot at these cards in the month of So, Patreon goes through on the 5th, and we normally do the will spin a couple days after that. So just make sure you're signed up. All the cards for November have been shipped off. Congratulations to all the winners. Come join Discord. Come get in on it, baby. A lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. Linnell Burns has a good point. I trust Petrino and his evaluation of 3-star wide receivers. Joe was his only 4-star. Says Linnell Burns. Hey, Warren, by the way, how about that wide receiver Arkansas picked up out of Warren? Don't doubt them Warren kids. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one, the post-game show. Assuming I do it, I plan on it. But just make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you know when I'm live. I'll see you then. You guys behave. And, yeah.
Ready, Hood! Uh-oh. No.
What happened? Why did it not? Oh, here we go.